Come on, when that beat drop, man, it's just nothing but head bobbing.
I know. Hey, do the hello, Cindy.
Hello, Sydney. Hey.
Hey,
What it do?
what it do?
Season deuce.
Deuce.
What we gonna do? Run it. Hey,
Pull up the fellas, we highlight propellers.
yeah.
Grab the mic, speak your mind, it'll help ya.
Yeah.
Ask a man you wanna know, we gon' tell ya.
Yeah.
Side do Chronicles got the main dude jealous.
Like pull up. What you gonna do? Hey, pull up. We gon' act the fool. Hey, pull up. What you gonna do? Hey, pull up. You ready? Cause we coming straight to you. Hey. Pull up to my bumper, baby.
Okay.
Sound like a bumper, baby.
Hey, they asking pull up now because gas is going down.
For real.
They're pulling up now.
Mr. Yogi finna get back out here on this
You
road.
damn
man.
right.
Pull up at is an all-time high because gas is down.
That's right, folks. We ain't talking about no freestyles. We ain't even talking about gas being high. We talking about gas being affordable. You understand what I'm saying?
Heard me.
Because we need to pull up to the Pull Up podcast.
Jump a curb or two.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hey, in this Pull Up podcast, we
my
just...
automobile.
You done, TC? You done?
My bad.
TC, I got something for you. Hold on. Let me get the show started, but before,
Denied.
there you go.
Ooh,
All right,
shouts
folks,
out to
we
that
decided
guy.
that we-
Hold your lighter.
Shouts out to that guy.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
sir.
we'll-
Turn around for the camera.
No, don't do it.
Not yet.
We decided when we get together, man, we had these epic conversations
Why
that
not?
if somebody, was to listen to it, we put some mics in front of our faces, somebody get some help out of it.
Facts.
Ain't that right?
Yes, sir.
And we're going to go ahead and start our little roll call. We're going to go to my left, my immediate left, right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This your boy Rondo, aka La Please Saka Fett.
La pli.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
in the building.
In the building.
Yes, sir.
I'm every time it comes around to me is a delay.
Yeah, it is.
He be doing left, right.
Sometimes the audience don't know it's a delay because I edit it out, but I'm gonna let this delay
Live
stay.
action.
Good evening, folks. It's your boy Alejandro Yogi. All lives matter.
Oh man. Alejandro Yogi. Yeah. Okay. Cool. JT, compose yourself.
Praise the Lord, everybody. This is the Deacon.
Here you go.
Deacon JT. Hush, TC. It's an honor, and I count it a great privilege to be on the show just one more time. Hallelujah.
Amazing. Well, it's your boy VIP, man, the very intelligent player in the building. What it do, world?
What it do?
Bizzle back.
And it's your boy Kate Bizzle.
K
Bizzle?
Bizzle with the whizzle.
Official.
Yes,
Sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
We got
sir.
some folks in the room. First of all, we get who we got remote. Who we got remote?
Who that is remote?
Our
Who that is?
TC Kelly.
It's your boy TC, Tony C, Trap House, Let Me Hold Some, affiliated.
Let me
Hey,
hold
man.
some.
Today I'm sponsored by Larry's Lighters.
Sponsored by Larry's Lighter.
Hey man, y'all gotta let me get my sponsors.
I'm
out,
sorry.
Go ahead.
And them Larry's Lighters and Reggie's Reefer.
What about Junior's Joints?
Hey,
And Junior's joint.
hey, I'm in contracts. Talking.
And JT's belt
joints.
clips.
Bringing joints back in 2023.
Yes, sir. Hey, and we got in the room, we got that boy Atmosphere.
Atmosphere. Shouts out the
What
atmosphere.
up, boy?
You want to be on camera?
Nah, he said, I'm
Atmosphere.
gonna pull my mask way up. And we can't
Ain't
forget
wrong.
about
That guy. Yeah. What it do, that guy? We haven't seen you in a few. We know you living your life.
and the audience ain't seen you at all.
Living his life like it's golden.
You folks out there,
man,
y'all want to see that guy? Y'all want to see that guy? Y'all want to see that guy? Audience, come on now.
Come on, let us know.
Denied.
Hey, hey, you had me.
For real.
Denied.
Denied. Jive Turkey.
DJ K Biz on the beat.
There
You
it
hear him?
is. There it is.
So what's
Shout out to
been
KB for that drop.
Yeah. Hey, TC, you finally got a drop, man. You
I
almost
love
there.
it, man. I love it, Mama. I made it.
There you go. There you go. I'm gonna have your own mic cable soon.
Uh-oh.
Hey, man.
Shots
I
out
know
to
I'm running the vote. I know I'm running the vote of this group.
Oh, man.
Shots out
Hey,
to the
keep dancing, and when we age and get real old, all the chicks will be looking at you.
Right. I'm be looking like 19.
I know, dude, like
Stop
57 years old, look like he daggone 23.
For real.
He still do look the same.
He do.
I saw him in concert. I was like, bruh, you really ain't aged at all.
So y'all keep it on. I'm puppy and Ronnie. I'm right here.
Got the young wife, all that done, you know.
For real.
Hey, so look
Shout out
at
to Kel.
Yeah, Kel's okay.
He fighting for his life. They got to shout out my boy Kel.
I heard they,
Free Kel.
I heard they got an empty cell next to his. He trying to set up a studio right there.
Damn.
Next album called Cell Tales.
Hell no.
Number one.
Number
one on the commissary market.
Y'all not finna talk about R. Kelly like that. All that.
Shouts out to R. Kelly, though,
all
man.
that damn good music he got out.
Hey, tell him he can come on the
Tales
pull
from
up.
the
You know
For
what I'm
real, he
saying?
got time.
He can do a remote.
He got time.
Who gonna accept that call? Because I ain't paying for shit.
That'd be
TC.
Collect call to the Pull Up podcast.
You have a collect call from
Kel.
Kels, it's your boy Kels.
So what's been good with y'all fellas, though,
For
man?
real, what's been good though? Seriously.
This is our wrap up. This is the wrap up. Of the second quarter. Therefore, so you guys know we're gonna have a break.
Right.
Cut that proper shit out, man. Don't know that, man.
Let me get drunk.
Yogi,
Let
man.
me get drunk for a minute, okay?
Okay.
Wait till I get
I'm
there.
back.
I had to stay sober because there was a very important interview we had prior to the intro over the show.
Shouts out to Omni
I
Consult.
personally, can relate to some of what she was talking about. Being on both sides of the child support system.
Right.
Yeah, you and Rondo,
so-
for
You
sure.
and Rondo.
I want to say thank you to Miss Breonna for being on the show.
Yes.
For those of you that are going through child support, divorces, or need a notary republic, please contact her.
Tune in.
Help. Build up our own community.
That's right.
Support our own.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
You know what?
Go ahead.
I know that sounds real shaky. Didn't
Yeah.
you know,
Ooh, yeah.
you know,
Ooh,
and
yeah.
I'm a little emotional right now.
Lighter, Yogi. Sorry, y'all.
I
I'm on
forgot what I was
live.
gonna
Asking
say,
for a
but when it
lighter.
all comes down to it, man, if we ain't got nothing to talk about as far as what we've been up to, man, I got a couple of things I've been hearing in the news that I just want to, chat about if I can,
Let's go, K.
'Cause, I don't never had no segment, but I could do a little chat, about different things here, man.
Go ahead.
Man, I saw this quote. I saw this quote from Will I Am where he was talking about Tupac and Biggie. Y'all heard about that?
Yeah, I heard about it.
I bypassed
I did.
that.
I know.
didn't.
I know.
I didn't.
I know. I think I know where you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
heard it.
he made the comment that
Biggie is a better lyricist.
no, he didn't say that.
He didn't say that. Yeah.
He was saying he wasn't. First, he started off by saying he wasn't a fan of Biggie or Pac.
or pop. Yep.
And then he said that if he was like in love with Biggie and Pac back when he was stuck in the projects, he'd still be in the projects.
Mm.
And then I was noticing that some people was like really taking offense to that. But
You can't say nothing wrong about Biggie and Pop
But-
to certain people.
But for real, right? But I don't
Fact.
think he was saying anything wrong about Biggie and
Me
Pac.
either.
I think he was
Go ahead,
making
go
a personal statement about him.
Yes.
right? The music that he was into pushed him to make
got
the
nothing
music
to do
that he makes, and getting him out of the project.
Correct.
Whereas if he was into that, maybe he wouldn't have never made it out of the project. Now, for another person, Biggie and Pac maybe got them out of the project.
Yeah.
But
Facts.
for Will I Am,
Yeah.
Right.
that,
And you can understand that
Yeah.
too, to be honest. But I look at it too with him saying that. I also take it as damn. That lets me know Pac and Biggie never really got a chance to grow up.
yeah,
They
They-
changed their raps.
Right.
They never.
You're right.
Their raps are going to change. Look
You're
at us
right.
now. We'll listen to the Pac and Biggie and be like, man, that thing they'll go hard. No Frank Ocean. But we will also we like some of this new music that's more growth and showing like
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
So when we listen to like like a Jay-Z, right?
Mhm.
We hear growth in his music.
Yes.
We hear him talk about the streets, to talking about the money he was getting, to now talking about things you should kind of more think about now.
Yeah.
Real estate,
Yeah,
all that
real
other
estate,
stuff.
Shouts
buy
out to
car,
the-
invest in stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
Shouts out to the 444 album.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and people
That's
grow.
elevated music.
Yeah.
I can listen to it.
But the point of the matter
Yeah.
is, though, you hear growth in some of these hip hoppers that we grew up with that's still doing it.
Mhm.
You hear grown man growth in their rap.
Yes,
Well,
he
in
does,
his
yeah.
case, you
I
got to
agree with
realize
you,
Will I
KB.
Am hip hop though.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Will I Am?
Jay-Z is
Considered
able
hip-hop?
to control his own market. He's a different kind of rapper.
You're right. He's always been
You know, so he's able to manipulate his fan base. Versus
Will I Am be considered hip hop though?
versus these gimmick.
You know
these
what?
New age. and
That's a good
gimmick
question,
rappers.
TC.
But to answer your question, right now, I think Will I Am would be considered pop.
Yes,
Right?
very much so.
I think when the Black Eyed Peas first came out, it was definitely hip hop.
Yes, it was the b-boy.
B-boy.
It was b-boy. Exactly.
Very B-boy. It was very B-boy. We talking about before Fergie.
Yes, correct.
It was B-boy.
We know the Fergie.
breakdance
We know the
type
Fergie.
Yeah.
Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah, the
You know what I'm
Fergie
saying?
Black Eyed Peas is when they went really pop. That's when they started making that money. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Rondo,
But-
how do you feel about that? I'm sorry, KB.
No, go ahead.
No, yeah, I agree with KB. So 100%. Excuse me. I don't know what I got going on, but I agree with him because when you hear the growth of certain rappers, you know what I'm saying, you can tell the difference because you know they go from talking one by one to two things and now it's talking about something different. Like you said, VIP, real estate, you know what I'm saying, like different avenues. You know, you got some rappers out here, they talk about stocks, they talk about crypto, they talk about different things, different avenues, things that's going on right now. And you know what I'm saying, you could tell the growth in the I ain't gonna lie, for me as a listener, like when I listen to hip hop, I admire that growth. I want to hear, because you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I heard, back in the day, I could relate to some of the music. Some of the music, it was I know VIP could relate. It was certain music that we'll actually listen to before we even go out.
Yes.
Like we know this gonna put us in the mood.
Yeah.
Facts.
This and
That's a
that.
good point.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Facts.
and then we know we will listen to certain type of music just because we know what we about to go do.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
now the fact that that going out has kind of depleted a little bit. Everybody on their grown man shit.
Yeah.
Excuse my
Facts,
language.
facts.
Now we listen to different stuff to the point, like,
for
you know
real.
what I'm saying? Like, oh, I like what he said. You know what I'm saying? It kind of something that kind of elevates your mind. Versus
different
like
type of bar.
A different type. Yeah, there you
Different
go.
type of
There you
bar.
go. Different type of bar.
And then
like,
another
ooh,
way to
that
look
hit
at it is
different.
this, right? We hip hop heads.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? As we grow up, we ain't gonna stop listening to hip hop, but
Facts.
we do want to hear hip hop that reflects our life.
Yes.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I
Facts.
guarantee if
Kendrick.
Yes.
if we was to go back in time and do this show with our 10-year younger versions of us, you know what I'm saying? 10 years younger than what we are right now,
Yeah.
it'd be a totally different show.
Oh yeah.
Totally different show. You're right about that.
But see,
Oh my
The
goodness.
Side
But-
Dude
but
Chronicles
my
will
thing-
be.
I like how you put that,
for real.
KB. It'll be totally different.
But I mean-
Totally different.
I mean,
Go
my,
ahead, JT.
my take on it,
Yeah, for real,
I
man.
hate
What you talking
when they do
Exaggerated.
those Tupac and Biggie comparisons because honestly, I don't feel they had the time to evolve because
Right.
their lives expired before.
Exactly.
Now, the reason why that we still talking about them 20 some odd years later is because I can agree that both of them were ahead of their time.
Yeah,
Yes.
they both
Yes.
were dope
Dude,
lyricists.
I was not thinking that way at 25 and 26.
Exactly.
The ages they were when they died.
Well,
Facts.
you have to think about the influence they had in their personal life. Biggie was brought up in a Catholic school.
Mm-hmm.
Tupac was
The Black Panther.
Yeah.
back
Raised
then.
by Panthers.
raised by Black Panthers and also took these drama courses as well.
Yeah.
So you have to realize, when he raps, he's painting a picture.
Yeah.
Biggie is also painting a picture, but it is based off his background coming up in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So
Man, the Tupac Biggie debate is like the GOAT debate.
I'm gonna say
They
this.
ain't no winner.
I'm gonna say
the winner
this.
is
I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna end the debate. I'm gonna
Gotcha.
say Biggie is more street than Tupac because Biggie was in the street.
I could agree with
And
that.
Tupac-
I'ma say he's more lyrical.
Tupac is ruining a marriage right now from his grave. He the GOAT.
TC.
Real quick, I got a question
Man
though.
is the GOAT.
Go ahead.
You can ruin a marriage from the grave. You the GOAT.
You the GOAT.
Yeah, Will
Well, I got a
Smith.
question for JT.
He's talking about Will Smith and Jada.
Yeah. I got a question
Am
for
I lying?
JT though, real quick. By you being a deacon, what hip hop do you listen to?
Good question.
Oh.
Huh.
Like, do you still be able to?
No,
Can you still go listen to some Biggie?
What
Can
them
you still go
12s be
listen
playing
to
in that
some-
white church?
Yeah,
I mean,
can
that
you
white
listen to some
truck.
JT Money? Can you still listen to your little John that you
I
came
hate
up
hoes.
on? Like,
Hoes
No, I mean,
hate
I
me.
don't listen to that kind of music. I mean, I listen to Christian hip hop, but
okay,
I deviated from listening to that type of hip hop because me, we used to be club heads, so
It pulls you back in.
Yeah, it pulled me back in.
Right.
Then if I listen to certain music, a certain extended time,
right.
I'm gonna end up
Like
right back in
retracting,
that.
going
Gotcha.
right back to.
Backslide.
But could you
You're
imagine
sipping
going
and
to
stuff.
a
You right,
church
TC?
or being a part of a congregation where somebody could minister from that?
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have that.
Yeah,
okay.
we have that. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, we do have Christian hip hop artists that come in and they can actually do they set and they can minister off that set that they just
I get
because the lyrics are different. They might have the same banger beat, you know what I
That's
mean?
the same message.
But they have a message delivered
JT,
on that beat.
JT, who's your favorite
Twerking for Jesus.
Christian artist or hip hop artist?
Oh, that's a good
Twerking
question.
Hip hop?
Jesus.
Oh
Was
man,
that Lecrae?
Great
It,
day.
no, it,
Nah, hell no.
it,
That's
it,
running.
it wasn't Lecrae. It was Lecrae at one point, but it's it
He
got to be
dope. He's dope.
it got to be Andy Know Me. I think I'm saying
Yes,
his name
sir.
right.
Yes, sir.
That boy can
He
go.
can go.
Oh,
My
God.
favorite, I ain't gonna lie, my favorite Christian hip hop artist is Trip Lee.
Yeah,
Dope.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
go.
Nah,
He go.
He
go.
He can go now.
I heard him
Yeah.
on a Christian station.
Hey,
He's-
Trip Lee?
he can go.
I don't like. I'm sorry. I just don't like gospel hip hop. Because
If you
it's
listen to
like no, back when he was.
Right.
I'm sorry for cutting
No,
you
no,
off.
no. I get what you're going.
When
Go
he
ahead.
went back when he was saying, like, when I was transitioning, trying to make myself godly.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
No, of course I'm listening to gospel music and stuff. But I'm like, what can I do to make I had to find my own sound.
Right.
So I'm like, let's do gospel rap. Didn't like it.
I mean, even with it, you got to find your balance. I mean, I do listen to Christian hip hop, but it's not all the time.
Yeah.
The majority of the time, I'm listening to worship music.
Yeah.
and
See,
like praise and worship music,
Right,
like
right.
that. But when I'm up, and I feel like I want to bob my head a little bit, I'm going to my Christian hip hop.
There you go.
I kind of like the Christian music that's disguised
Yes.
to the point where you don't even know it's
Because
Christian music.
that's what I'm
Somebody
saying.
tell you.
Because I was going to say that the
The
bar
wall.
play,
Yeah.
the word
The
word
Molly
play.
music.
Molly
Molly
music.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Molly's
Yeah.
the truth.
Molly's the truth.
Oh, he's
Molly
dope.
True.
Molly
Yeah.
music is dope.
Molly the
Yeah.
truth.
Yeah, he's dope.
Whether he's singing or spitting.
I
man,
need
I'm
a church girl.
Hey, real quick, man. I want to touch on this before we get out
Me
of this.
too. I had
segment
some I
real
wanted
quick.
to touch on too, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Y'all, have y'all heard the Khalees thing?
That ain't no debate.
No, but I seen him getting out of that pool. I mean that beach. I mean,
Who that was?
That ocean.
The issue, like, so Beyonce put out a track
Okay.
that's sampling Milkshake,
Yeah.
Right. But
Right.
it ain't hers, right?
but Khalees is kind of,
She's sour about it.
she's sour about it.
Because that's her name, claim to fame.
But here's the thing, though, right?
Besides Nas.
From what I heard, from what I understand, that Pharrell wrote it.
Right.
Pharrell owns the masters,
Star Trek.
Correct.
so that's who you license the sample from.
Right.
That's right. So
You don't
I
have
have
to
to go
say-
to the artist.
You
It
don't
ain't
have
yours.
to go to the artist, and then, but Beyonce still gave her a credit.
Yeah.
But
Because she's a black queen.
all
She didn't want
Beyonce
that.
got to do is feature Nas on the album.
Hey, but see,
Really be the
Hey,
big
somebody
baby.
said something
Really
about
be the
you go by the numbers, sales, streets, and metric. Pop was
The first is.
because he died with the
Antonio, you would say some shit like that.
And he said something else prior too.
Oh, my
People
bad.
only put Biggie with Pac because
My bad. Hold on. I'm gonna go
I
back
think
to
there's
this.
two arguments to be made. I think in a very short period of time, Pac progressed and changed as a rapper very fast. If you
Very
listen,
fast.
you listen to him in '92 to 6, right?
Yeah.
You like, man, he grew as a rapper really fast, right?
Right.
But we're talking about spanning across what, 4 or 5 albums?
Right.
yeah. But I mean, like going back to what you were saying, your previous statement,
Yeah.
he was speaking stuff that we actually related to.
Yeah. But
like
at
what
the
he's
same
saying,
time, if you listen to a whole Pac album, Pac sounded very bipolar. He like, one song shooting cops and
He
Bill
had a lot
Mama.
of shit going on in his life.
Yeah.
Right.
And then, okay,
All
so
eyes on me.
Biggie was able to get to the same status with just 2 albums.
With 2 albums.
Yeah.
And he had to be honest, he also had a bigger monster behind him as far as New York. You know what I'm saying? Being the Mecca, they gonna always try to hold their stuff down.
I get where you're coming from, but
at that time,
I'm gonna say after his second album, not his first album, because a lot of people
Ready to Die.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't really fuck with Puff or what Puff was trying to do,
because he came from a very R&B.
He came from an R&B background.
Yeah,
the only hip hop to his credit was Craig Mack at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
So then, but
he was with Uptown. So
right.
Yeah.
Different.
But to back up what you were saying, you saying New York had his back, but at the same time, man, Pac kind of moved around
Baltimore.
Right.
Yeah, but that
Baltimore, New York.
But check this out. Yeah,
Oakland. You know,
it helped in the end, being from all those places. But during that time, you know, we didn't even know at first. A lot of maybe people did know, but nobody really knew Pac was from New York at first. Yeah. When we really started thinking about Pac, it was all West Side.
Yeah.
So the Baltimores and the New Yorks didn't really resonate, especially with the South too much, because all we thought was West Side.
Because we was caught up in the East Coast, West Coast shit.
Honestly, my personal view, and I definitely didn't see it that way because I remember listening to Pac and being a fan before he started claiming West Side.
Correct. Well, you got to go back to Digital Underground.
But at the same time, if you would have asked me where Pac was from before he started claiming West Side, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Right, you would have to do
some research. And there wasn't no internet back then.
Right. And one last thing.
Talk about digital underground.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yes. And one last thing I thought about too when we was talking about the whole church thing. I know we got to go. I'm sorry. But the bishop being robbed. I know we was talking about church. So
wait a minute. I heard about that, right? How in the world this dude is in church with $1 million some odd dollars worth of jewelry on?
He was on social media showing what he was able to possess by, you know.
But God gave him $1 million worth of jewelry.
But see that
and took it away.
Shouts out to Pluto.
That's
and took it away on camera. Right?
But see but that's completely his fault because he put himself out there. You know the crime rate is high over there. He tends to drive to the church in his Rolls Royce or his G-Wagon or his Bentley or his Porsche.
I'm about to tie this in.
Go ahead.
All right, so you pulled up the bishop thing, right? We were just talking about hip hop. That's an example of somebody on the pulpit acting like they in hip hop.
Yeah.
No, well, he ain't know nothing about he ain't watched The Wire. Because he know about
Hey, but his homeboy I ain't gonna say his homeboy, but the guy from Onyx, Fredro, is that Fredro?
Fredo Starr?
Yeah, he did an interview saying that's his boy. He done been through so much. Yes, TC said that guy's been through so much, so he's deserving of shining. He grind hard for what he got. So, you know, if he preaching that, if he talking that talk, you know, you gotta.
I mean, you can wear your drews. You just have to use wisdom. Yeah. You just can't.
Hey.
I agree with you, Jay.
Can you read that?
I can read it. It said it wasn't bipolar. He was smart about making money, and he taught Biggie that Death Row was by far the #1 label. I hear you, Antonio.
Mr. Thomas, that's your opinion.
Hey, I get what you're saying,
and we get it.
I think you, Antonio. I think you're right about that on one end, but I still believe that Pac was very bipolar.
He is.
I think that really added to the entertainment value
because he scared me.
It's just what you like. Like, to be honest, I love Pac, but sometimes I can get over on that bigger shit, and I can sit there for a minute.
I mean,
I'm gonna be real with you.
Both had them samples, bro.
Yeah. And here's the funny thing, man. Think about Pac's acting. Like, if Pac was still alive today, I think Pac would have been nominated for an Oscar by now.
He'd be a full blown actor.
I think he downgraded when he became a supporting actor, like in Gridlock. I didn't I
ain't like Gridlock.
I didn't like.
Nobody did.
But I'm sorry, but the fact of the matter that in Juice he was paid $10,000 for that level of acting. $10,000 is all he got paid.
And he's gonna always be remembered for that.
Yeah,
right.
For that role.
And that's the most bipolar daggone acting ever. And that was his first acting gig, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think he wow. If
That nigga really thought he was Bishop.
No,
it
no,
changed.
for real.
To us, it changed for him after that.
That's what I was finna talk about. TC is right.
Yeah.
He really thought he was,
But who knows if that wasn't Bishop already?
That was
either that was real or that was a method actor. That's all.
No,
it is.
Pop was going through something that during that time when he was acting. I mean, when they were filming that those scenes.
Yeah, we gotta wrap it up.
He was trying to be Bishop.
Yeah,
like you said.
I got you. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this up, man.
Yes,
That's a good talk, man.
Man, we were talking our ass off.
I'm sorry I opened up that can of worms, but guess what?
This segment of the Pull-Up Podcast is brought to you by 517 Exclusive Events, where they specialize in being professional, punctual, and love throwing a great party. Get all of your event planning needs with 517 Exclusive Events and find them on Instagram and Facebook at 517 Exclusive Events.
In need of a haircut? For your lawn, that is. A little pruning, trimming here or there, edging, or even general maintenance? Contact Cosmetology Lawn and Maintenance today at 877-465-6367. Additional services available by request.
Who pull up on us, man?
Hush. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? This is your boy, the Deacon. Welcome back to the Pull-Up Podcast. We jumping right into it. Listen, we have an amazing interview on tonight. We have the wonderful Miss Breonna here, and she's going to talk to us about a little about what she does for her business avenues and ventures, and she's just going to go in detail and talk to us about what she do. So y'all give it up for Miss Breonna.
Yes, sir, for sure. Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate you coming in, Miss Breonna.
Thank y'all for having me.
All right.
So Miss Bree, go ahead and go into your spiel. Let us know what you do, your business, your services, what you have to offer, and how you help us out.
All right. So as they stated, my name is Breonna, and I am the CEO owner of Omni Consulting.
Yep.
What I do with my business is family law, but I am not a lawyer because you don't need a lawyer to do the things that I assist with. So I assist people to get divorced, name changes, legal guardianship, step parent adoption, anything related to family law is what I assist with. I help you to navigate the legal system without having to pay an attorney. My bread and butter, though, comes from helping mainly men and mainly black men, because they are the ones who are less educated about the legal system or they stray away from it.
Right.
So I help them to establish time sharing and parental rights of their children. And with that, if they're on child support, I help them to lower it to a significantly low amount than what they probably already pay.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
Wait a minute.
Oh my.
Yeah.
So this makes so much sense to me right now.
Right.
Can you clarify the term time sharing? Because a lot of people associate that with property.
You are so right too.
You're right.
Because people write me that get them out of time sharing stuff, and at first I was like, "What?" Nonetheless, so since he asked that, so time sharing and parental rights is probably what people really need to know the definition of. So time sharing is the percentage of time that you spend with your child. Parental rights in the state of Florida is actually your right to be a father to your child, because what people don't know, even if you sign the birth certificate for your kid, it gives you 0 parental rights. So your baby mama can move to China and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. What? However, if you establish your parental rights, she can't move outside of a 50-mile radius of the address of record without petitioning the court to be able to move. Actually, parental rights also means that you can pick your kid up from school. You can know what's going on. You can call the teacher. You can't be blocked in your baby mama phone. You cannot be removed off a pickup list for your own children. You have 100% rights to your children. Time sharing is where people get that 50-50. That's usually my go-to. Of course, it's like 70-30, 60-40. What I will say is with my business, I do not assist with sole custody for a mama or a dad, because the goal of my business is for the children to have a relationship with both parents. So I don't care what the sob story is. I don't want to determine if a kid cannot be with their parent.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Wow. That's nice. First of all, what I'm hearing from you is you have a business that has like morals in it.
Correct.
And that's kind of crazy. And I heard you say something else that I just want to back up on. You said you can set it up where the baby mama can't have you blocked.
No, she's in contempt of court.
Oh my goodness!
Boom! Drop the bomb right there.
You have to know where she lives at all times. You have to just like she has to know.
Right.
You have the same rights to your kid that she does.
That's amazing.
And it's funny. Just like you said when you started up, right? What I'm noticing is. When you said, most men are uneducated about that, I'm like, man, I know a little something. But now
right.
I don't.
I feel you on that.
Do not.
I feel you on that, KB. I feel you on that.
Well, you got a niche. You found a nice little area that really needs attention. That's crazy.
And with that being said, we all, as men, I thought I needed a lawyer.
You don't. So how I actually got to do this business, I used to actually work for Department of Revenue Child Support Program. Okay. So I was the enemy for 7 years. And then I was on the management team, even more reasons why people didn't like me, because when they came in there, I had to tell them the law as how it works with child support.
Right.
But a lot of men, no lie, used to come in crying. Child support is ruining my life and I can't even see my kid because for whatever reason, people associate if I pay child support, I can see my kid. Not in the state of Florida. They do not put the two together. Whoa. You have to go to the court to do that. So what I used to tell men is, go to the clerk of court and buy this packet. Mm-hmm. They used to buy the packet. It's like 160 pages. Then they used to come back and say, hey, you think you can help me? So I actually used to do it for free. That's definitely not the case anymore. I used to do it for free. But when the pandemic came, even though child support never stopped, we still worked. I was like, I wonder if people will pay me to help them, and voila, quit working for the enemy, and now I'm like, prosecutor turned defense attorney on them.
Okay.
So I just use my knowledge from working at child support and I apply it because family law, all of that stuff goes the same. Even when you get divorced, it's all the same. But I will say you have a little more leeway for time sharing when you're married, because if the daddy just want to move with the kids, he can. Nobody can't say nothing. But when you haven't established your parental rights, you cannot do that. You're going to have to bring that girl her baby back. So also with that, I get a lot of phone calls from men saying, I'm just going to go take my baby and not give it back. Okay, so how the law works in Florida, if they do that and the baby mama calls the police, when the police get there, they are going to say, well, if his name is on the birth certificate, this is a civil matter. We can't do anything. Right. However, if your baby mama called Breonna at Omni Consulting, I'm going to help her fill out this 3-page form. And within 24 to 48 hours, you're going to have to give her baby back. Plus, I'm not a fan of just taking a baby because kids shouldn't be in the middle of what their mom and daddy got going on. Kids don't understand. They love their mom and their dad. You just take the baby away from their mama or their dad. It's disturbing psychologically. So I like men to do it the right way. Baby mamas have the upper hand, so they think. But Florida is not a mother state. They need to check the laws and the statutes. It's just that, unfortunately, for men, they have to go to court to do what they need to do, but you just do it the right way.
Gotcha.
Don't get no injunctions, no domestic violence. You take her, you serve her, just like they don't mind serving y'all with child support papers, you serve them with time sharing papers. I like that.
Wow. I like that too.
You might be my new hero.
No, she kind of answered my question because I was, in terms of child support payment arrangement, why are the court system so harder on the male in regards to making those payments versus the female?
So actually, they're really not. And I know you probably know some stuff or some stories, but for me working there, a court order is a court order. The mama got to pay, the daddy got to pay, whoever they said. It's really that the dads, they don't really push the issue about child support.
You're right.
The moms do. They gonna call, they gonna go down there. The people gonna get tired of them.
Right.
But the child support calculator is not biased. So also what y'all need to know, when I help men to do the time sharing, the calculator is the same that they use in the court and through the Department of Revenue. The mama income, the daddy income, the needs of the child. The needs of the child are health insurance, dental insurance, and child care, and then time sharing. The reason why it looks so bad when a mama put them on child support through the Department of Revenue, because there's 0 in the time sharing percentage for the dad, so the court orders reflect as such. But I've had it where a dad will come to me, the calculator, you just put 2 sides in. It don't know if it's the mama or the daddy. It just calculated and it determines. A few times I've had it where the mom has to pay the dad child support once the numbers are ringing.
Numbers don't lie, huh?
No.
So it's impartial.
$27.
Impartial.
That's what's up.
And I have people paying $23 a month. Wow. Now again, results are not always the same.
Right.
I'm 100% successful on helping men to be able to see their children. Now, can I say everybody pay $23 a month? Of course not, because if you make $80,000 a year, your baby mama make $20. I don't care if you get 50% time sharing. You know you're going to pay some child support. So the goal of child support is to keep the rich rich and the poor poor.
Right.
I have a question with the time sharing. With the time sharing, is there any possible way you could want time sharing without the child support?
So that's really the question I get all the time, because nobody want to do the child support. The answer is no.
Okay.
Anything related to family law in most states, but I can tell y'all Florida, the paper is automatically inclusive of child support.
Gotcha.
Now, if you coming to me because you can't see your baby mama probably not going to agree to anything that you want to do. There have been a couple of times where the people are cordial and they can come up with an amount that the mom is willing to accept. You can propose that to the court, and then I can give a form called the motion to deviate.
Okay.
The court is more apt to accept that if 2 people agree. But usually when people come to me, it's because they don't agree with anything.
Gotcha.
Yes, you can. You definitely cannot say I don't want to pay child support. Yeah. But what I tell people is, because some people, for whatever reason, even when I used to work there, men used to come in and say, I want to put myself on child support. Wrong. You want to put yourself on child support, but it's definitely not through the Department of Revenue child support program. It's through the court, because through the Department of Revenue, remember, you have 0 time sharing. Through the court, when you do it yourself, it's inclusive of your time sharing amount. Nice. So the number is pretty much close to 0 if the people have similar incomes. And in most cases, they do. I rarely get it where somebody make 80, somebody make 20. It's usually similar incomes. Yes.
Gotcha.
Appreciate that.
Now, Miss Breonna, you said this one thing. I want you to kind of go with it.
Okay.
When I text you this butterfly, it means to trust the process, because butterflies represent spiritual rebirth, transformation, change, and etc. I didn't get here to see the rest of it, but could you elaborate on that?
All right, so my logo is a butterfly. I always loved butterflies way before I started my business. So as he stated, butterflies represent change. So usually my clients, they are frustrated. They love their kid. Baby, child support isn't always the reason why people call me. Probably 85% of the time is, I want to see my child. My baby mama dictate. I got a girlfriend or a wife, so now I really can't see my baby. So the butterfly is a symbol of change to come, because without change, there will be no butterflies. So, they go through the caterpillar stage, and then they change, and it's a butterfly. And butterflies represent rebirth. So rebirth of the relationship with your child, the change that's going to come. It warms my heart to look on my timeline and see my clients with pictures of their kids. Because everything is so confidential, I cannot say, dang, that's who I help. But most people will say, Breonna helped me. But a lot of people are really private about it. But people send me pictures, videos. I love to see the change. I have one client, he was really verbal on Facebook about me helping him. His baby is 5. It's the first time he got to come home from work and see his baby in his bed waiting on him.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's
like,
big.
I just love the change aspect of everything. And then, I'm a spiritual person. I believe in Jesus Christ. I don't know about y'all, but I do. So that's another reason why I named my business Omni, because the Lord is omnipresent. And I can do all 66 counties in the state of Florida with my business. So I represent the whole state of Florida. I have 3 offices, one in Altamont, one in Jacksonville, and one in Ponce Vedra. But I'm actually in the process of going through with Tallahassee so that I can do virtual appointments so that I'll be able to just see everybody in one office.
Oh my goodness.
Nice. That's a beautiful thing.
Where can we reach you at?
All right. So my phone number is 407-520-4614. It's a cell phone, but it's my business cell phone. So people can text me, call me. Please be mindful. Try to do 8 a.m., no later than 8 p.m. because I do work late. I work 7 days a week because clearly I have the 3 offices. I'm really busy. I'm also on Facebook. The business is Omni Consulting LLC. Go like it. And then also on Facebook, I post a lot on my personal page. It's under Breonna Ingram Jack, spelled Jacqueus. And then I respond to, you don't have to be my friend on Facebook for me to respond. I respond to spam messages too.
I know that's right.
Damn. TC, you got any questions?
Hey, it sounds like you got a nice, great business and moral practices like KB was saying, and hey, it sounds like if somebody needs you, you know what you're doing.
That's right. That's right.
For sure.
Salutes to you. You know what I'm saying?
I think for
Big
me,
salute.
I'm just, the fact of the matter that you're doing a service for men.
Yeah.
How much that really goes with our whole mantra,
Facts.
our show, what our show is about.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's like I'm like, yo, this was this is a perfect interview for us, and at the same time, I want for us to do something for you. I want to make an ad for you that we can play on our regular shows.
Facts.
Don't make me cry now.
Oh no, that's what we do.
I ain't trying to make you cry. No, you on camera. I ain't gonna do that to you. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely want to put together an ad that we can use on all our shows and start getting you some business. You know?
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. I would love that.
We also would like you to try out our sister podcast in the future.
Yes.
Those
For
girls,
sure.
they're pretty good. They're pretty dope. They're pretty dope.
The girl, let me tell you, podcast.
That's right.
That's what it's called?
Girl, let me tell you,
Okay. I'm okay
podcast.
with
Yes.
it.
That's
All
right.
Liberty.
And one, real quick. Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead,
Before she
yo.
leaves, don't you?
Yes, but I was going to ask the slogan.
Okay.
We're in this together. What made you go?
All right.
with
So technically what
Good
I do
question.
is legal document preparation,
Mhm.
right? So you don't really have to be a rocket scientist. In the state of Florida, you don't need a degree or anything for that. But we're in it together because not only can I do the paperwork, which a lot of people do. I have counterparts. I've seen competition. They charge a whole lot of money to do the people paperwork, send them to the court. That's the end of it. But then people call me and be like, well, I went to this person and paid them and I never got any resolve. We're in it together because I really do know the law and I can educate you on the process to the point where you can make decisions about your case and I just guide you through the process. So even after somebody leaves my office, they can call me throughout the entire process, step by step, so I can educate them on what's next. It's totally legal for me to do that, and you don't need a lawyer. So
That's dope.
lawyers
That's dope.
probably charge, at minimum, $3,500 to do what I do. I've had people tell me they pay upward to $10,000. They paid a lawyer $10,000 to be every other weekend dads. That's a no for me. I don't do every other weekend unless that's what you want to do. Kids need their dad more than every other weekend. For me, time sharing, $400 flat rate. If you need to modify child support in the process, it's $450. That's your fee from start to finish. Unless your baby mama hire an attorney. I don't care. She can hire Johnny Cochran. Your rights are your rights. I don't care about an attorney. I still win regardless. But it's $100 additional if she hire an attorney because that's more paperwork that I have to do.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's worth every penny.
Yes.
When it comes to time sharing, it's worth
And
every
your
penny.
kids, yeah.
Yes.
And you're talking from experience.
I'm talking
Yeah.
from experience.
Speak on it.
Well, my experience, I actually was dealing. Well, my experience, I actually deal with the court. Well, the mom did. I would just find out. Boom! I had to pay child support. And then I had my daughter like full time, and I was still paying child support. So it was a crazy situation. I had it since 2015, and I was paying ever since. So it's kind of the public sharing is the time sharing. Sorry, the time sharing is a real big thing because at the beginning, the mom was very bitter. She was like, "Hey, if you can't do this, you can't come see me." Like she used the child against me.
Right.
And then now the fact that I had a full time now, due to circumstances, at the beginning it was overwhelming, but it was a beautiful thing because like you said, I could come home and actually see my baby there waiting for me.
That's a beautiful thing.
It's a way beautiful thing. That's why when you mention the time sharing, it's like it's big to me because I can understand it. I know how it is for for that bitter mother to use that child against you. So I could very relate then, but now it's a great thing. It's a wonderful feeling.
Amen. And I mean, I feel like I ain't trying to count nobody's pockets, but it's like a small investment to show your child that, man, I love you that much. I went through the court to do what I needed to do so that I could remain in your life. That's what I want to do. Some people, they just give up. They get served with child support papers. Yeah. The man get even madder. If you get served with child support papers, those are my favorite kind of cases. Call me on day one. Okay. I can help you to probably not have to be on child support through the Department of Revenue. Just don't get mad and say, oh, they could just do what they want. That's horrible.
Right.
It's harder to come back from that. Exercise your legal rights, because the paperwork that they send you, it actually kind of tell you this what you need to do if you don't want to be put on child support this way. But who really read that? Who really understand it? Who really know what they need to do? Call me. I'll explain it, because that's what I used to do every day for 7 years.
See, this is why this
in American government.
I did.
See, this is why I have a great appreciation for Miss Breonna, because in the man's perspective, we always felt like that the state of Florida was only for women, and we had no help out there.
Right.
So I know, speaking from personal experiences, I've filed documents, and that was just the end of it. They told me they were gonna get back with me. A year later, still nothing, and I'm still going through like a bouncing ball until shout out to Miss Natasha for directing me to Miss Breonna.
Absolutely.
So ever since then, it's like, man, I was blown away because I wasn't used to this, and I know it's like thousands of other men out there that's in the same predicament as me. It's like, okay, where can I go to get the help? Because if I go down to the courthouse myself, I can feel like paperwork, but where do I go from here?
Right.
Yeah.
So, and that's what Miss Breonna said by us not knowing. You know what I'm saying? We don't have the knowledge of knowing that little nugget right there changed your way things are going. So that's dope.
Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, like piggyback what Miss Breonna said, like sometimes when you do look at the paper, you just notice that you're getting served, and they tell you the amount they're gonna take. They tell you. So once they tell you, it's like, it's like, oh man, like, you do get frustrated. You don't read the stuff that you need to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? All you see is like, hey, this was gonna be garnished, this and that. You're like, man, it is kind of frustrating.
You know what garnish means?
I seen that one. I seen that one, So it's like you could actually see that, and it is frustrating. So I could definitely see what you're saying when you get frustrated, when you don't really look at the parts where you say like you have things you do at a certain amount of time that us as fathers could do as well, but it's so frustrating. And I ain't gonna lie, I've met I know a lot of close friends that have been in some predicaments like that when they get served and everything, and they're frustrated, and two, they're like, oh man, I ain't dealing with the system, I don't want to deal with it, and just let it go.
That was my excuse.
So Yogi, you were saying something earlier about something for the guests. I know you were saying it, but I kind of messed up on that. So you want to go ahead and speak on that again?
I thought you had something.
Yeah, I do, but you was bringing it up, so I was going.
I mean, we're getting close to the end of this interview.
Correct.
For her coming here and sharing this information, good information,
great information.
Yes,
it's people.
Man,
people
why
like
you
us.
Sound proper, man. What the hell going on, man?
He's trying to show out.
First of all,
come on,
I haven't had no alcohol yet.
Come on, bro.
He's being nice for the lady,
and I ain't smoking no reefer.
Okay.
TC,
he the host. No, this is he representing his home.
I told you what I'm gonna do now.
Man,
when she leave, it's gonna be smoked out.
she like, when she leave, I be talking to you.
So Miss Breonna,
yes,
on behalf of the Pullup podcast, we'd like to present you with a gift. Definitely for coming. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
Showing
you.
us love.
Thanks for coming for real.
Like technically, the gift just floated over to.
I got a shirt.
Shout out the atmosphere.
So next time I can match. I can be in uniform.
That's right.
Okay, thank y'all.
And the fact that you
I'm
said
gonna wear
next
this
time,
too.
that lets us know.
Oh yes, I'll come back. I'll answer questions and all.
Okay.
It's the real detailed part of
Well, we
life.
should have you back for a Q&A.
Yes,
I'll
we
do
would
that.
love that. We would
Pull
love
together
that.
some guys who got some questions. Say again, TC.
It took me a year to get a shirt. I'm just saying.
Oh man, I'm real special. And they got the right size. Okay.
Hey, he was sitting here on the mic for like almost a year and never got a shirt.
Never got a shirt.
The first shirt we gave him had snaps in the center. It was like Pullup onesie.
But Miss Breonna, whenever you do put that shirt on, please tag
For
us in.
sure.
And we like to get all our guests in their shirts.
I will.
So we can start a collage, and get that started. But we appreciate you
For
so
real,
much.
yes.
Thank
So
y'all
much.
so much.
Send
for
us a
having
photo
me.
with you in the shirt.
I will.
Also, what we're going to do for you as well, right? Like I said, we're going to put together an ad. First, I was going to ask you to give me a script and we just make an ad for you. But you said so much good stuff in here.
Yes.
I can edit the.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah,
you must have went to full sale because I've been listening to you. You are good, man. I was like, you could be a producer.
gotta edit that out.
First of all, hold on.
I'm sorry.
Let's back up. Okay. Let's back. Hold up, TC. Hold up.
Let me toot my horn real quick.
All right.
Put a little music on that thing.
I did not go to Full Sail.
Oh, okay.
I teach at Full Sail.
Okay, I knew it was something.
Not only he's a client, he's the president.
Okay. I know you associated with him in some capacity.
Yeah.
That's what's
You
up.
got
I
it together.
I appreciate it. So we're definitely going to put together something for you as
Thank
far as the
y'all.
ad, get you some stuff coming in. But at the same time, I noticed Yogi was sitting over here filming things. I know he's about to fill up social media with a lot of
Okay,
Yes, and Yogi,
cool.
I would
I'm
need you to
okay
send me
with
some of that content so I can get some stuff together. Appreciate that.
We about to get you some.
I
some calls
appreciate
coming
that.
in,
No,
you know
we
what I'm
appreciate
We
you.
appreciate you for coming. for real.
Definitely.
All right, so we appreciate you coming through. We got Miss Breonna here. We
Miss Breonna.
we thank her for coming through, guys. We're gonna go ahead and take a break. Pull up.
Yes, sir.
Pull up. No.
Hey, we got that.
Interested in advertising on the Pullup podcast? Have a great business you want to promote? We'd love to hear from you. Submit all information at the Pullup Podcast 2021 at gmail.com. That's the Pullup Podcast 2021 at gmail.com.